Hi guys, today I want to show you this unique knife, or some of you gonna say it's not a knife, it's just an art object. Krokar by Custom Knives Factory, and you probably recognize designer right away. And yes, of course, it's Alexey Ratatuy Konygin. His design cannot be mistaken for anything else. Since the creation of the original Krokar by Alexey, I've been dying to see this limited production version and get my hands on this more affordable version of the knife. And it's finally here. Beautiful, gorgeous knife. I always pursue custom Krokar by Alexey as an art object, but this knife still as an art object for me, but this knife is a little bit different now. Knife became smaller, can be worn, can be used. Custom Knives Factory team added this beautifully polished zirconium pocket clip. Yes, it's not reversible, it's tip-up carry only, right side tip-up carry only, but look how it's matching the locking mechanism. The locking mechanism, it's a tail lock. In order to lock the knife or close the knife, you have to push the tail to release it, and that way you can close the knife. But the knife became a lot smaller, doesn't have holes like custom Krokar by Alexey, and also instead of skeletonized version of the handle, it has scales. It has titanium or carbon fiber scales. I'll post some pictures here. That way you can decide which one you like the most. You know, I have a hard time to pick which one I like, titanium or carbon fiber version. You know, this lock bar mechanism is incredibly solid, you know, and you know, if you check it out, there's only two parts that hold the knife itself together. It's basically the lock bar mechanism and axis right here. So, but in the open or closed position, the knife is solid. It's solid, and I know a lot of people concerned about this hole in the folded form, but you know, this is such a beautiful knife. To design this knife, it would be impossible without that hole first, and secondly, it's hard to manage to put your fingers inside and in that hole. You need to be really special in order to do something like this. So like I already said, this knife is assembled on two axes. One is on the tail lock, one is here, and those two things, this is what holding two halves together. And I really like the design because it doesn't look like really complex design, and but the blade without those holes, now it's like have more classic look of the karambit. I know the gigantic blade made of M390 steel, and it looks like it best would be, you know, when you especially open this one, it would be the best if I was shooting a horror movie. But it looks scary at the first glance. But you know, having this knife for the last couple of days, I realized that I just want to take more and more pictures of this knife, and it's really a photogenic knife. The interesting part also with Custom Knives Factory lately, all their knives come in with a complete set of the hardware. I mean, even with this one, you can see completely different pocket clip. This is titanium blue anodized, and all the hardware is here. So in the regular case, you have certificate and everything else, all the goodies. But so little bit about specs about this knife. You know, overall length is 268 millimeters or 10.47 inches. Blade length is, like I said, it's gigantic, 123 millimeters or 4.84 inches. Cutting edge itself 449 or 114 millimeters. Blade thickness is 3.5 millimeters or 0.14 inches. What else I can tell you? Blade finish, it's a special special CKF wash. That's what it's called, CKF wash. And there is a hand rub satin finish right here. So the handle length is 145 millimeters or 5.71 inches. Weight, I know it's very important to talk when you see the knife like this. It's very important to talk about the weight. It's 263 grams or 9.28 ounces. So beautiful, beautifully designed knife. I really like this knife as an art object or knife itself. But I think that's it. I think that's it about this knife. And I want to say thank you for watching.